Yo, what is up guys? Delboy here, aka Blue Collar Sports TV. Hopefully you guys are doing well. If you're new here, smash that like, hit subscribe, all of that good stuff. So in the last few days, of course, we heard the news that Romero is currently facing allegations in regards to sexual assault. As a result, he has been pulled from his fight with Gervonta Tank Davis, which was scheduled for the 5th of December. Now, Tank Davis is still fighting on that date on Showtime pay-per-view, and the replacement opponent has been named, and Tank Davis is going to be fighting Mexican lightweight contender Isaac Cruz. Now, in all honesty, the original opponent, Romero, was viewed pretty much universally as a cherry pick for Gervonta Tank Davis. That fight really was just being sold on degeneracy, trash talk. It wasn't being sold on the competitive nature of that fight, or that Romero was a credible threat to Tank Davis. I mean, it was only a couple of fights ago where Romero got a gift decision over Jackson Marinez, who in the grand scheme of things at lightweight really isn't a top contender. We saw that when Jackson Marinez fought Richard Comey. So Romero, trash talk aside and all that nonsense, Romero wasn't a credible opponent for Tank Davis. So in all honesty, the replacement opponent, Isaac Cruz, in my opinion at least, is actually better than Romero. So Tank Davis is fighting a slightly better fighter, in my opinion. Isaac Cruz, he's not the biggest lightweight in the world. He's only about 5'4", short arms, but he does come to bring it. He applies a lot of pressure. He throws a lot of punches, throws a lot of overhand rights, overhand lefts, hooks to the body, hooks to the head, uppercuts through the middle. Isaac Cruz is a stereotypical Mexican in terms of style, but he'll definitely come to bring it, and I can't see this guy laying down, quite frankly. And even going into this fight, I would say Isaac Cruz has actually beaten better guys in comparison to Romero. You know, Isaac Cruz recently beat Francisco Vargas. I know Vargas is shot to bits, but arguably still a better name than anybody on Romero's resume. He also beat Diego Magdaleno, who's a bit of a trial horse, a bit of a gatekeeper at lightweight. He knocked out Magdaleno in one round. He also beat the prospect Thomas Matisse. So, you know, Isaac Cruz has beaten better competition than Romero. And all in all, I just believe Isaac Cruz is a better fighter than Romero. So this replacement, in my opinion at least, is actually a step up from the original opponent. So make of that what you will. Having said that, it doesn't exactly take much to be a step up from Romero. So in all honesty, I still do believe this fight is a mismatch in favour of Tank Davis. I think stylistically this fight should make Tank look quite good. Early on in the fight, I wouldn't be surprised if Isaac Cruz actually manages to land a few shots on Tank. He'll make it fun, and he'll come to, bring a war, but for me, Isaac Cruz just takes far too many risks and makes far too many mistakes defensively to beat Tank Davis. I think Tank Davis will get to his chin pretty quickly and more than likely render him unconscious. As I mentioned, Isaac Cruz is very aggressive, but he'll come forwards in straight lines, and he'll lean his head forwards because he's quite compact, but his head will be beyond his lead foot. So, coming forwards against Tank Davis, what does that mean? He's going to be open for the uppercut, which is one of Tank Davis's best shots. So I certainly wouldn't be surprised if Tank ends this with his uppercut. And also when Isaac Cruz does close the distance, and when he's throwing combinations, his overhand rights, his left hooks, etc., he'll square up, and he relies primarily on wide punches. So there's basically a big gap down the middle for straight punches. So Isaac Cruz is going to give Tank Davis so many opportunities to land killer counter punches and maybe knockout counter punches. So primarily, I think Isaac Cruz's style just plays right into Tank Davis's hands. But I do believe Isaac Cruz can make this fun while it lasts. I expect him to go in there, throw hell for leather, throw a lot of punches, and he will land on Tank Davis. When guys actually throw at Tank Davis, especially punches in bunches, Tank Davis's defense really isn't that great. to be honest. We saw that against Leo Santa Cruz. Leo Santa Cruz was able to land quite a few shots on Tank Davis. Even Jose Pedraza, if you go back and watch that fight, Pedraza was landing quite easily on Tank Davis. So Tank can be hit if you throw combinations and maybe even swarm him. So don't be surprised if Isaac Cruz finds the target quite regularly. But I think the firepower in this fight, the quicker hands and greater accuracy and timing of Tank Davis is going to be a nightmare for Isaac Cruz, and quite literally he might be asleep after this fight. So yeah, I mean, Tank Davis, he should win this fight convincingly. I mean, if this fight was on regular Showtime, not on pay-per-view, I wouldn't actually mind it all that much, quite frankly, but the fact this fight's on pay-per-view in the States, I do feel for you guys. There's no way this should be a pay-per-view fight. The only intriguing thing about this fight maybe is that, you know, Isaac Cruz can punch a bit. Could he hurt Davis? I'm not sure, to be honest. We've not really seen Tank Davis fight a puncher yet, so who knows? I mean, it's possible, but I'm not really expecting Isaac Cruz to make it past round 5. I believe he'll get knocked out, and knocked out in brutal fashion. Anyway, share your thoughts below. What do you think about this fight? Do you like the replacement? Do you think the replacement is better than Rolando Romero? I certainly think he's better than Romero, but again, like I said earlier, is that really saying much? You tell me. Anyway, share your thoughts below. It's been your guy Delboy. Peace.